Welcome to Super Chats. I'm Nick.
Cameron.
Carlos.
And this week, Vshojo has a new member. Coni Confetti apparently has a new name. And Hololive has a new branch. Let's talk about it.
Called Holo Schmive.
Oh!
Wow, it's just all the other members, but in a fake mustache.
Usually it's just Ame.
Schmooze. Schmiara.
All right. As always, gentlemen, we're going to do our best not to bury the lead entirely. And we're going to start with Hololive device.
Oh boy, I can't wait to speak muchly about this thing we know a ton about.
Yes, we know so very, very much about it.
Yeah.
In fact, we know how to say it correctly this time, and we know that it is not an app.
Deviz.
Like we thought last week.
Deviz.
I thank you for clarifying how you pronounce it, because I actually had no idea.
When you said it just now was the first time I learned how to say it.
You can pronounce it device, or if you're speaking with a Japanese accent, devaisu. But that's kind of it.
Something feels wrong.
I know, right?
That's not how I would lead myself. So let's discuss it to some degree. So for those people who had guessed that this was going to be a new generation, you're half right. This is a new branch along the lines of how there is a Hololive English, a Hololive Indonesia, and maybe even a Holostar, though not quite. This is not to be considered a new a new generation. This is a branch.
Yes.
This is a new thing, a new direction, a new focus. It's also 5 more people to keep track of.
Yes, it is. Caillou, the developer of...
So tired.
Holocure has already expressed his pure exhaustion at the sight of these 5 new people. Also, I would like to say that it seems the way Hololive is broken up is you have Hololive production at the top, which is broken into 2 divisions, Hololive and Holostars. And then Holostars is broken into Holostars and Holostars English. And then Hololive is broken into Hololive, Hololive Indonesia, Hololive English, and now device. So there's a graph on the screen if you're watching on YouTube. There you go.
Well, this one comes with a whole new logo and everything.
Yes, it does.
It's not a bunch of blue letters.
So, yeah, on top of it being like this is Hololive device, this group has a name. It is a Regloss.
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 Regloss, how you doing, buddy?
I believe it's Regloss.
Regloss.
And as I would understand it, this is going to be focused mostly as a musical group.
This is a much more musical-focused group.
All of the characters are very realistic human characters.
Women in their 20s.
Notably,
Yes.
they are all humans of 20 to about 22. And from the pictures we have so far, since they have not debuted yet officially as of this recording, they are all wearing what looks to be similar idol outfits.
Yes. So it appears that the division is device. The group in that, aka the generation, is Regloss. It's formatted as a band or an idol group, I suppose.
Yeah.
Which is cool. We've got names for all of them.
Which, funny enough, they all look eerily similar to Bocchi the Rock characters.
Yes.
Which many people have pointed out.
One of them especially. Ichijo Ririka looks almost identical to the Dorito-haired girl, the blonde one.
Including the Dorito.
Yes. I have to be careful when I say this word. She has a hoge.
Oh, like what Naruto wants to be.
Yes, exactly.
Nice try, Nick. You can't sneak anything past me.
Darn it, I tried and I failed again. You also got Hyodoshi Ao, who is the very cool looking character. I don't know how to describe her, but everybody has, from the clips I've seen, a lot of the discussion has been, do we call them Ao-kun or Ao-chan? And it's like, how masculine or feminine is this person going to be? So it's an interesting character for sure. Oh, I'm sorry, I misspoke earlier. It is Otonose Kanade is the one that looks almost exactly like a character from Bocchi. Mm-hmm. Ichijo Ririka is the CEO apparently, of this group. She has been known to have many receipts in her pocket, apparently. Achan did a stream where she went through and discussed all the different girls and a little bit about them. And so there's some clips out there that you can check out that have been translated to English.
It's just hilarious that like just like 3 of them immediately are just like a trio from Bochi.
Yeah, very much so. Then you've got Jufute Raden.
The peanut butter jelly hair.
Yes. I like her design a lot. I think it's really cool. It's standoffish, but it's not like insane or anything. It's just different, and I like her a lot. I think she's really cool looking. And then she's been doing a countdown of how much money is in her wallet as she goes about her day. She started with 6,500 yen, and last I checked, she had about 5,100 left. So it's an interesting, fun little thing that's happening on Twitter. And then Todoroki Hajime, who is a badass, I believe.
Yes. She wants to be the #1 badass in the world.
Universe.
I see. She's expanded since last I checked.
Yes. Don't you try and limit her.
She's a Jane of all trades.
Yes, I really like her design too. I think it's really cool. All of them, frankly, look really good. I don't know who their mamas and their papas are. I don't know if that's been announced yet. I don't think it has been, I guess, because they usually announce that during debut.
Yeah.
But
so, yeah.
There's a lot to look forward to because we don't have a lot of information currently. The debuts are in the current coming days.
Sticking with Super Chat's tradition, they'll be debuting appears on the 9th and the 10th, just in time for us to not get around to it until the news is dead, buried. Who cares?
And you know what? I care. And no one else, and that's fine. But we're having a marathon of reveals, apparently. Would you like to go through that, Cam?
Oh, that's just their debuts and eventually their big collabs.
Yeah, exactly.
So like it starts with the first 3 we went over, then they do a collab, and then we get the next 2, and then they do a collab. I feel like these streams are going to be very elucidating because we've had a big emphasis, like in so much as like the text itself, that these are going to be doing activities beyond that which would be considered typical of the VTubers, with the theme of growth and self-realization and other strong themes to guide a young blossoming nation.
I think that's I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It's not been a long time. It's been about a month since our last group debut, and this is on a whole new level. So
I was getting bored. Where were these?
Yeah, I know, right?
Shiori, we're like, Shiori done.
I know, and we were just crashing trying to get these watched. It all happened literally while we were the 2 of us were at Otakon, so we're like trying to double up on activities.
One thing I do want to point out about their marathon debuts is they're each a half hour long.
Yeah.
Oh, that's even shorter.
That's going to be very short because I think it was 45 minutes for Advent for each stream.
Genuinely, gosh, I'm just wondering, like, what are they going to do? Like, if one of them boots up Terraria, do they get a wrist slap? And it's like, no, back to telling youth to avoid potato chips.
So I think what's going to happen with these fine folks is they're probably going to, during their debut, they'll probably get to sing a song, maybe 2.
All of them will be singing.
Yes. And then we're also going to get the normal, like, here's my birthday, here's my mama and my papa, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. Probably a lot of music debuts.
Yeah. Mascot
They'll probably
characters,
happen.
et cetera, that kind of stuff.
Here's my Oshi. Here's my favorite anime. Here's where I hide the teeth.
Yes. The most important thing.
My hiding spot's very creative.
Ah, under the sink, I see.
Yes. No one ever puts teeth there. I'm going to be a teeth tuber. I'm going to teach everyone to brush their teeth.
Somebody's got to do it. It's going to be hard to convince them to do that when you're also a centipede.
Centipede teeth.
Oh, boy, that's the most uncomfortable thing I've heard today.
Brush your mandibles.
The pinchers. All right. Do we have anything else we want to talk about when it comes to these 5 young ladies debuting in Japan soon?
I think what's interesting is we don't have their debuts, but we have their first song.
Yeah. It's pretty good, too. I liked it a lot.
In a way, we've already heard them.
Yeah, because they played bits of it from the countdown videos.
Yeah.
That ended up being actually part of their debut song.
Yes, so they went through and they gave like little, 10, 15 second previews and then
cryptic countdown.
they all turned out to be part of their debut song.
So that was really neat, honestly. I liked how they did that.
Yeah, I liked it too. The Shunkon Heartbeat official MV is out now. That is their first song.
Yep. I listened to it. It was definitely J-pop.
Yes, I enjoyed it personally.
It had a bit of a darker tone to it for a lot of it too, though, which I did actually appreciate because the traditional idol music doesn't do much for me.
Yeah, like the darker, the better. Even then, my issue is just that pop's just not my genre. So whatever I like is like really impressive. So it's nothing against them at all. I think this is pretty good.
I think this is just kind of like a weird nitpick for me personally, but I think that my biggest problem with idol music is that they have too many people singing at the same time all of the time in most idol music, and it tends to dilute the individual talent, like singing talent in my mind, because I'm not that good with music. I can't pick out individual stuff from songs. I can't do it. So when you put them all together like that, it just kind of blends into in my mind.
I don't know. I enjoy idol music. I enjoy pop music. That stuff, that doesn't bother me at all. As far as like the overlapping voices and things like that. It's really just, I guess I'm not critical enough of music to really put into words the things I like and don't like.
Yeah.
I just like this song. I think it's good. I look forward to what they're going to put out.
Yeah. Even then, like a music perspective, I'm wondering like, are these people so set aside and special because they're going to be getting like first priority for big billing? Are they going to be getting like special producers or mixers?
So there's two other things I want to bring up. The first is their outfits, which are all really, really nice. 4 of them are wearing, well,
They're all kind of wearing variations on the same outfit.
yes, they're all very similarly themed. They all say regloss, and they all have a lot of accents of like blue and red accents.
It's like
white
very,
outfits.
very white dominated.
Yeah.
Yes. There's a lot of stripes involved with a lot of them. 2 of them are wearing long pants. 2 of them are wearing shorts, and then one of them's wearing a skirt. So there's variations in the outfits. There's actually a ton of variation between each outfit, but they're all themed together really well.
Which I believe is kind of a reattempt to remind everyone this is an idol company.
Yes.
I want to watch girls sing and I want to make money while doing it.
There's one thing I would like to point out that's also with the theming here is each of them has 2 silver stars as an accent on their outfits.
Yeah.
No, the running joke for it right now is Yago has now given up. He had to make a new branch and start over again.
That's fair.
It really feels that way.
I like how, I'm sorry, I'm going to check her name. Ichijo Ririka, the redheaded one, has a gun holster under her arm. That makes me happy. Because that can't be anything except for a holster for a gun. So the other girl who wants to be the badass has some work to do, I'm just saying.
One of them's packing heat.
Yeah, exactly. The other thing I'd like to say is that this is not the first time we've had something like this from Hololive. Back in the past, in the long, long ago, we had Inanaka Music.
Oh.
Now, this was a special division of Hololive that was created specifically for Ozki. It was a music label that was just her. And then Suisei like got thrown into it too. This is one of those things
That's a
where
very long story.
it is, yes. And basically it was designed and intentioned from the beginning to be purely supportive of Ozki, and then like they didn't have anywhere to throw Suisei, so they just chucked her in there too, and like no one knew what to do with her. So there's like it's a very long story that there's a lot of good videos about online that you can check out if you want all of the details on Suisei's history. But Inanaka Music eventually ended up dissolving and becoming just part of Hololive proper, the Hololive branch that is now. I don't know if there's going to be more restrictions on what they're going to be able to stream or something like that in order to specifically avoid that. But I have actually, I believe it might have been Kayori that said it, that there are no collab restrictions in the future. There's probably going to be a collab ban at the beginning, as there always is.
Yeah.
But in the future, they're just another branch of Hololive. They can set up and collab with them as much as they want to, which is good to know, frankly. So there's going to be crossover.
Yeah, that's going to be really interesting.
I'm just not sure how that's going to work. It might just be more musical crossover instead of like streaming crossovers.
I think
like
they've
that.
burned. I think Cover as a whole has burned themselves too many times and too hard on restricting what the talents can do. They're still honestly they're still feeling that they're and I don't know if they'll ever completely manage to kick out the Hollow Star restrictions.
Yeah.
They've burned themselves so bad on Hollow Star restrictions that I don't think I don't know, maybe someday it'll get better, but
I feel like most of those are self-imposed by the talent, though.
sometimes they
degree.
definitely are.
Because from like anybody I've seen that really wanted to stream with the Hollow Stars, any of the Hololive talent, they've been able to do it. JP, EN, ID doesn't matter. Like I know I've specifically watched a few different JP talents, Fubuki and Matsuri and those folks. They've done a bunch of different stuff with Oga and Arukan and a few others. And I know that Ollie's done stuff with the Hollow Stars talents. There's been Callie's done stuff with Hollow Stars in the past.
Yeah,
So I don't-
Callie and Coni were the big English ones.
I think a lot of it is a personal choice for the streamers themselves, but also I do believe that it's up to manage their individual managers to a certain extent as well.
Well,
Because they are basically managing their brand.
I'm sure all collabs still at least have to be run by management, even if just so that the management knows what they're doing.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It was with different managers. Some of them are more hands-on. Some of them are more hands-off. Some of them push a little harder. Some of them like hold back. They all have different styles, I'm sure. It's just interesting to see like where the differences lie in that.
Yeah.
I know that recently there was an Apex No, it wasn't. It was Overwatch 2. They did the Xbox Overwatch 2.
I did
tournament.
put that in here further down. A couple of notes about that.
We'll come back to it. But I did think it was interesting, specifically regarding this, that I think it was Iris was like, yeah, we won't have voice comms with the guys. Like, and she like called it out and specified that. And that's probably a lot to do with the fact that Iris is a V singer. She's more tied in with the idol image than necessarily some other folks are. But I don't know how much of that is her and how much of that is her manager and how much of that is the company. But she did like specifically call that out before the stream happened. She was just like, we're not going to be on comms with the guys. So I just thought that was like an interesting thing that was like pointed out by her even.
I'm pretty sure Iris collabed with like a star maybe once. I don't remember 100%.
That's something we might just have to look into a little bit.
Yeah,
further.
we're going to have to drill down on this.
Yeah, because we don't want to be putting misinformation out
Not at
there
all.
either. But
I hate to misrepresent her.
she approved
This is
that
how
design.
she wants to be shown. Look at her. This is what she wanted.
For the audio listeners, someone at the podcast who shall not be named has purchased.
Yeah, not me.
Yes, it was him. Has purchased the Iris Tofu mousepad, and it is currently on display over here.
You see, it shows Iris in a startled, almost embarrassed state, most likely pressed upon a bed, and her chesticles are presented. And to
It's
enforce
her tofu. Yeah.
yes, to enforce this tactile experience that they're implying, they have placed some sort of material beneath the mouse pad to simulate breasts. This is
Go on.
this is something that weebs aspire to. It's a holy grail. I purchased this item during the heyday of super chats, back before we went downhill. I bought it
Before we
thinking-
fell off.
Yeah, before we sold out. I bought this thinking, ooh boy, funny gag item. I hope it arrives soon. And like the next day, we did another podcast. Like, Hololive stuff takes forever. Mine still isn't here. I'm like, oh fuck. By the time it gets here, I'm gonna hate it. Good news. I hate it.
6 to 10 months later,
I don't want it. Nick won't let me take it off the table.
it stays here forever.
I used it for like a minute. I got nothing out of it. I'm not going to lie. I don't know how to say this politely. I don't mean to disenfranchise or be rude to my fellow weebs. I get it. This is your culture. When I use this to mouse for a bit, it is the most sexist I've ever felt. I felt like I hated women. Despite the fact
that's
a
like-
woman designed and sold this and encouraged it, and she made money off this.
If that's the
and
most
she's fine.
sexist you've ever felt, I'm proud of you. Because that's pretty good.
I am nothing but a gentleman. I owned a fedora in the 7th grade.
I don't want to tell you how old I was before I threw away the fedora.
Yesterday.
And it was technically a trilby.
Christ.
It was pinstriped. I stole it from.
Why'd I sound like a race car?
I don't know, but it was impressive.
You know what I want
You
to
hit
race?
fourth gear.
You know what I want to race to? Our next topic.
Oh boy, it's probably about time, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, take us there, Cam.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. You remember those teasers we saw? Well, good news. Those Vshojo teasers we've been seeing with the envelope. I'm pleased to announce Iron Mouse is in Smash Bros.
It's amazing. I didn't expect her final smash to be that powerful.
Connor comes on stage and eats the arena. No.
Connor shows up and just calls everyone mid until they get sad.
Lucas, you're from the mid games. If your game's so good, why isn't it translated?
Oh, fuck. Get shit on, nerd.
No, Vshojo has welcomed a new member. It is a woman who goes by the name Geega.
It is Geega.
I've never seen or heard of her.
I'll be honest, not me either until this happened.
Yeah, like, oh my God, I'm seeing all the Twitter announcements and people react. Like, oh my God, she's in. This is awesome. It's like,
I know. Everyone's
yeah.
so excited. And it's like, all right, time to do some Googling.
saw 2 clips. She's funny and cute. No issues.
Yeah, I like her a lot. Apparently, she's Zendrea's friend, so that's cool.
Oh.
Apparently, because one of the posts I read online, and I apologize, I can't attribute this to anyone in particular, but it was basically like, boys, Andrea's just going to bully all her friends into joining Vshojo, huh? And I was like, hey, man, you got to grow the company. And also, like, I've heard of Geega now, so there you go. It worked. One of Geega's posts was specifically about how somebody asked her, I thought you were never going to join an org, and she was like, yeah, I learned about the org, and it was pretty cool, so I joined. Like, there you go.
Reads contract. Okay, I don't do any of this stuff that's banned already, and you pay me more. Okay.
There you go.
Sure. Fucking
Yeah.
love Henya.
Kenya's the best.
But yeah, I didn't know anything about her, so I literally looked her up. I didn't even know if like, I mean, I guess I got the idea that she wasn't like debuting
No.
from this, since people like were excited and obviously knew who she was before. So she's already been around for at least a year.
Yeah, she re-debuted in December of 2022. So there you go. That is where her history, according to the virtual YouTuber fan wiki, is concerned. That
You
is
guys
where she
do good
started.
work.
Yeah, we reference you all the time, believe it or not.
If you edit the VTuber wiki, you are putting in a lot of work. That's very needed. Thank you.
Yes, it's very much
Pat
appreciated.
yourself on the back. It's a thankless job.
Except when we thanked them just now.
Hey!
Hey. So yeah, she's been around for a little while. She streams primarily on Twitch. She has a smaller presence on YouTube.
Yeah, I did see she has some live streams on both, but Twitch is definitely dominantly where she streams.
Makes a lot of sense. That is the streaming platform.
Twitch is just not a part of my ecosystem. If someone streams on Twitch, they don't exist to me. I just
know.
don't open Twitch.
Yeah, I'm a YouTube guy too.
Yeah, like
I really am.
if I'll be frank, like I don't watch live streams on purpose. For almost everything I watch is VODs, because you're like, oh, I gotta do some laundry. You're like, all right, done doing the laundry. Click.
Yeah.
I should have watched this while doing the laundry.
I used to be exclusively a Justin TV watcher.
Yeah, Justin TV.
And then it became Twitch, and I watched Twitch for a while, and it's like, YouTube streaming, that's stupid. It'll never catch on. And then, and then Hololive. It was exclusively just because of Hololive why I started watching streaming on YouTube.
That is all of YouTube streaming. As far as I'm concerned, it's
Yeah.
just VTubers.
And now I'm trying to go back because now Aura has like grabbed me and is pulling me back again.
Yeah.
And now I'm like,
Definitely.
Yeah.
man, Twitch's VOD system is awful.
Yeah.
Man, Twitch's
God, Twitch's VOD system has been awful since the
Yeah.
dawn of time. They have never fixed it, and they fucking never will.
I've been like making some clips of Aura too. Twitch's clipping system is awful.
So here's the fun thing, real quick, is that I, believe it or not, occasionally stream with some friends every Sunday.
No, you don't.
Twitch.tv/slapdashentertainment. And so I'm more acquainted with how to stream on Twitch. I know it's very slight differences. Like you have to start the stream in 2 different places when you stream on YouTube and a few other things like that, right? But even someone I've streamed on Twitch for quite some time at this point. We'll say 7 years. Why not? That's a good number. It's probably not entirely accurate, but it's close. And it has essentially always been the same experience. Just in the past year, they've started really upping their like quality of life, and so you don't have to use third-party services to do things that you've always had to do in the past, interactions and things like that with the stream. So like they are improving things now. I think they have a new CEO, so it's a big thing for them that they're pushing new quality.
Amazon bought them a few years ago, so
yeah, and that was neither here nor there from what I've heard. It hasn't really helped until they got a new person that's directly in charge, and he's really like pushing for changes. All that being to the side, in my mind, when I think of streaming, I do think of Twitch. When I think of VTubers, I think of YouTube.
Yeah, when I think of VTubers, I think of YouTube. When I think of Twitch, I think Ninja playing Fortnite.
Yeah.
Even though he doesn't.
Asmongold.
Asmongold playing Holocure and falling in love with Hololive, like live on stream.
Exactly. I've been watching his downfall into Hololive.
It's so fun.
It has been
so
glorious.
Fun. I love watching like him find things he genuinely likes. Like he's like, Corone? Okay, I'll try her out. Like, you know what? Kudos to the man for being like, okay, I'm getting into this. Like, you know, being secure enough in his masculinity.
He's always had like 1 foot in like just the weeb fan base, and he's never gone all in. But he's always been in just far enough that he's willing to like talk about it and not just flame it.
Well, you know what we have to say is welcome to the rabbit hole, motherfucker. That's all I can think to say.
Find your comfort spot. Stop there. Tell us what you think.
Yeah, I like the way that he first started getting brought into it was by that really cute VTuber from Japan that he just like stumbled into, and he would like didn't know how to react. And she was like, "Oh, Osman-san," you know. It was just really adorable. And then like I just love the fact that like her streams went from like a few thousand to like tens of thousands overnight.
My favorite thing that came out of that is anytime you go into his streams now, and people now in his chat call him Asman Papa.
Oh, dude, that's so good. I love it. I like how we had a little mini segment on Asmongold.
He's our indie tuber shout out.
Yeah, indie VTuber shout out this week. Anyway, there's a separation, like I said, in my mind between where I watch VTubers and where I watch streamers, which I don't. I just go on Twitch to stream. But it's weird because that's where Iron Mouse lives. You know? That's where Filian lives. That's where Chibidoki lives. That's where there's these really big names, right? That I see their clips all the time on YouTube, but their streams are actually on Twitch. So there's this crossover there's this divide that I just dare not jump, I guess.
Well, part of it too is Twitch also auto deletes most VODs. After a long time. I don't know how it works. I know you can archive them. So
the Twitch archive system works like this. Every time you stream, if you are not a partner, if you're affiliate or below, you have 2 weeks. Your VOD exists for 2 weeks, and then it is deleted permanently. In that 2 weeks, you can create a highlight of your entire stream, and then it is indexed permanently until you delete it or a mod deletes it or something like that, right? But if you don't go through and highlight the entire stream, whatever you do not highlight is deleted after 2 weeks. Or you can manually delete it at any time if you want. There you go. There's the insight.
All right.
I can bring some level of inside knowledge here, which makes me happy. So yes, I really actually should spend some time very specifically watching stuff on Twitch. But boy, when I can find that time, I'll let you know. All right, let's move on to our next big story. A fucking clown.
All right, let's talk about me. Hey, guys.
No, we're here to talk about Sunny Spaghetti.
Sunny Spaghetti?
Yeah, or Sunny Spaghetti.
Tell me more.
Coni Confetti
Oh.
of Idol Corp did a 72-hour donation celebration.
Yep, this was 24/7. She was sleeping on stream.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
So
Please, here's what I want now. And I don't know if this exists. This has to exist somewhere. But a VTuber where they have an idol animation of their model falling asleep, and then they have the giant nose bubble. You know what I mean? The anime nose bubble that like inflates while the characters are asleep and then gets bigger and smaller and then pops when they wake up. That's something I need to see. VTuber artists, get on this for me. Really appreciate it. So she did this for 72 hours straight, 3 days.
A lot. There's many, many large chunks of it that are gone from unarchived portions she did because she did a lot of random things.
Well, for 72 hours, you got to fill up the time somehow. And yeah, you're going to have to get creative at some point there.
Yeah. But this was hugely successful for her, like ridiculously, massively successful.
Well, that's awesome to hear.
Because she had a ton. She had like a whole paragraph of goals of things. It started off at like a couple $100 for her first goal. And by the time I was done, she had up to $55,000 donation goals. And she was above the 50K mark.
Good Lord.
That's where she ended it.
I want to point out that she's currently at 41,400 subscribers on YouTube. And the last time I checked, which was not that long ago, maybe a week or two, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, but she was at like 27K.
Yeah.
So like this was a big thing for her, it seems like. This has really helped her out a lot, which is awesome to see.
Fun fact of how this was going for her. She really went all in on this. So she did something that like most people don't even do for this. She had, I don't know who made them, but she made advertisements like from clips from things that she said, and she paid to have them broadcast on YouTube.
Oh my God.
She paid the algorithm.
She paid for the algorithm.
Viewers can be bought and sold.
So her viewer count was like skyrocketed for this. And she was every now and then she'd ask, so how many of you saw one of my ads and clicked on the link and got redirected here? It's like, oh, thanks.
If it works, man. Listen, she's all about that hustle. If you're not hustling, et cetera, other bro dude things. So she's done, like you said, some of it's unarchived, some of it's archived. You can get some stuff. You can check some things out. She had the top 3 tips got special prizes from her. First place got a handwritten letter. Homemade, the Carney plush. I saw some of this. So her mascot character is Carney the Star, right? And she made one on stream. And then she while also teaching all the viewers how to make their own at home. So if you were the first place, you got that one, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
Several of her streams was actually her hand making what the top donation items were.
And so there was also a painting that she made on stream, a special shirt, a customizable voice pack, and other assorted items. That's fantastic. Like, mad respect to her. She really put the work in on this. This is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, and second and third place was just the same, but with less and less handmade stuff for second and third.
That's awesome.
And I know the very top donator for it, I don't know if they ended up being top by the very end, but the top donor was just somebody that named Muna.
Suspicious.
But the top donator at the end had donated like $7,000 to
Good
her.
Lord.
So.
There's one man out there, or woman, with a lot of money that really likes Coni, and that's pretty great for her. All right, we had other things like chat rates. For donation goals, there were things like chat rates a tweet, future art from her artist, easy bake oven IRL stream. I like the sound of that. That sounds pretty good.
She reached these question marks here, and everything beyond there was blank. She wouldn't reveal it until she hit it, and she hit the question marks. It's like, all right, the next like 10 items are all IRL things.
Oh, cool. IRL ASMR, IRL horror games, overnight stream with Yuko, and anyone that wants to join, that's going to be fucking something else.
They're going to a haunted house overnight.
Oh, God. All right, so tons of really cool stuff. So now's the time to jump in on Connie Confetti. If you haven't already, check her out. She's a member of Idol EN. So.
Yep. And the top things at the very end was the 3-hour honking on stream. whatever that was going to be, that she didn't actually reach that. She was going to do a Carney cosplay. And the very final one at $60,000 was Idol Corp will send me on a vacation.
Damn, that's sad that we couldn't get that far.
No, she made it. The farthest she made it was 3 cover songs by the end of the year.
There you go. So we got some covers coming from her too. So yes, now definitely feels like the time to jump in and check her out. So there you go. Coni Confetti from Idol Yen again.
And her Twitter account is now currently renamed with an icon, a new picture that she is not allowed to change for a while.
Yes,
that was
1 month is the limit on this.
Yeah, and it was chosen by the chat.
It's a Pepe frog is what it is. It's a clown Pepe.
Perhaps even a rare Pepe.
Could be the rarest of Pepes. And of course, it's Sunny Spaghetti on Twitter now. Good Lord. All right, let's move on to some other bits and bobs of news, shall we? That was the main stories. All right, we got some outfit and model updates. Ayame got new expressions, hairstyles, and glasses. This is basically her 3.0 all over again.
I have clicked through them. They're cute.
Very cute. Anything Ayame does, by the way, is fucking cute. That's one cute Oni.
That's one thing she's definitely known for.
That is exactly it.
Cute.
The other thing that's happened that's very cute is Iroha got some streetwear. It's very pink and very blue and adorable. I love her little backwards cap.
You can see her stomach.
Yep, you can see her belly. She got a tum-tum out.
My
She got
best,
shorty shorts.
my best description for it is streetwear, only as girly as possible.
Yes, it is a very, very adorable.
It's
She's got like a Letterman jacket, but it's like pink and like
pastel.
see-through. It's really cute.
Yeah.
It's very pastel, yes. I like it. I approve of it.
I'd wear it.
I mean, you know what? Fuck it. I probably would too.
See you guys next week. I have a surprise.
Amazing.
I'll give you a hint. It rhymes with row job.
Oh my God. All right. We mildly alluded to it earlier, but Holizonatal had an Overwatch 2 event. This was the Holizonatal Jam Overwatch 2 Hololive versus Holostars exhibition match. Sponsored by Xbox.
Yeah, apparently it was. I don't know.
Your number one console.
I've pointed this out because I was talking to Cam about this at work like a week and a half ago. And I pointed it out then to him that this is not the first time Xbox has sponsored Hololive. I don't know if you're aware of this.
Xbox should get it.
Xbox in the past sponsored Shishiro Botan to play games on Xbox Game Pass. And I believe they also sponsored Luna. So
Huh.
you got to make inroads in Japan somehow, I guess.
Xbox VTuber win.
I have an announcement. All right. Hololive side of things was Botan, Toa, Iris, Louie, and Chloe. An all-star matchup against the Holostars, which was Miyabi,
Do it.
Rourin, Izuru, Estelle, and Uyu.
Estelle? I love her music.
It's a different Estelle, my friend.
Oh, there's many more.
But this was the second event that they've done, under this horizontal.
Yes, the first one was Valorant, maybe? Is that what it was?
I think it was Valorant.
Yeah, I
I
feel
don't know. They've gone from a game I don't care about to a game I stopped caring about.
Yeah. So they did I know because I'm pretty sure it was Valorant before because I remember Iris and Toa, or not Iris and Toa, La Plus and Toa had a thing during that. So yes, they've done at least a couple things with Horizontal now, which is good. They're pushing that brand. They're making it a bigger thing. That's their esports brand. It's what they're doing. Didn't they also? They were tied in with something. The exhibition match for Pokemon Unite. That's the other thing they did in their horizontal. So they've done a few things so far, which is good. It seems like maybe a monthly event, maybe every few weeks, something like that.
Maybe they'll do like one dedicated event a month, and then maybe they'll just kind of be arrange or partner something else every now and then.
Exhibition matches, sponsored matches, things like that seem to be what they're going for, which makes sense. It's, again, inroads into competitive gaming and stuff, which is fun to see. Especially whenever you have Aqua, who's Aqua and Botan and a few others that are world-class Apex Legends players and things like that.
Yeah, that was the only thing that I was questioning about this was I don't know how they decided who was going to play for this, but and I don't know anything about how good any of the stars are. But as far as Hololive is concerned, I know Ame plays Overwatch. At least she did. I don't know if she still does, but she's been known to play a lot of Overwatch. And then Aqua has just been known to be good at shooters in general.
Botan as well. Botan
Yeah.
is the FPS lion, and she's very good at it.
I know Botan is too. But I know Ame and Aqua are known for being good at it, and neither one of them were a part of this.
Yeah, I know, right? It hardly mattered because the biggest clip that I've seen out of this was Botan getting a quadra on the Holostars. Yes. She just destroyed them with Diva all at one time.
From what I heard, it was basically Botan killing everyone with occasionally Toa helping.
Yeah. Toa's a good gamer too. She is.
Yeah.
She's definitely got some skills. The MC for the event was Fubuki, and there was a commentator, Algiru, who is a professional commentator, I believe. Right?
I don't know.
I believe he's like, because it was a real human person, not a VTuber. I believe they're a professional commentator, but I'm not positive on that. So, an analyst, Hoshimi. Now, is that also a real human? Do you know?
I don't know who they are.
Gotcha. But either way, the Holostars managed to pull out a victory, and so congratulations to the Holostars. The boys brought it home.
Congratulations.
Good job.
Masaya Ajuru Furutani is a Japanese caster and commentator. He is a former Hearthstone caster and player.
Gross. I hate it.
So yes, professional.
I like the person. Don't get me wrong. I just hate Hearthstone because I don't like card games.
It's nice that they got they're going with the streak of getting like professionals to like get in on this.
Yeah, it's always nice to see them like not afraid to cross over with talent. Frankly, I love to see it because like Midnight Grand Orchestra or whatever, whenever they had their concert with live humans and stuff, like I just love to see that stuff. It makes me happy.
Yeah, and then Fubuki is just like the perfect person to get in on this. So.
Fubuki is, you can put Fubuki in 99% of situations that exist and she's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Like she might be nervous about it or whatever, but she's going to pull it off. She's just going to launch herself into it. She's got that extrovert energy, you know?
She's going to Fabook all over those guys.
She's just going to Fabook everywhere. And every time I see that fox, I'm just like, she's living a good life. She's doing her best. She's doing great, you know? Big fan of that fox. Anything else about this one, guys?
I would like to actually watch it.
Fair.
I didn't even hear about it until it was already over. So
Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, shut up.
Thank you, Cameron. All right, let's move on. Aura, GX Aura, is now a Twitch affiliate.
Wow.
Congratulations.
This is the first time I've heard of her. Good work.
Yes. Fuck yeah. It's great work. You can now give her head pats. You can throw her mascot at her. And you can change her hair's highlight color because she is RGB.
Can I sync it with my mouse?
Functionality coming soon, we'll say.
I don't think I've actually caught any of her streams live to like see.
I've been struggling too. It's the Twitch thing.
Yeah. And
If you had the Opera GX browser, it'd be much easier to keep track of her.
True.
It's also a time zone thing for us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, she's always streaming like between 11 a.m. and like 2 p.m. our time. So
yeah. So all of these things that you like, the chat point system, you can't see if you're not there in her live chat to look at the options.
yes. So I take it these are things that you can, interactions based on her channel rewards points, right?
Yeah.
Is what they are. Again, I have some insight into this as I stream on Twitch occasionally. As you watch, you accrue a set amount of channel rewards points per minute, half hour, hour, whatever, however it's determined. 20-minute stint, maybe. I don't know. It's set for a specific time. Each person controls how many of those points are doled out over time and what the prices, quote unquote prices, are of the interactions that you can then like cash them in on. There's limitations obviously on like how expensive things can be and how cheap things can be, but that's all like minutia and stuff. It is what it is.
You know what my favorite one of these I've ever seen was?
What's that?
So it was on Dan's Gaming's channel. I don't know if it's still if this is still a thing. I assume it is. It was for something absurd, like 1 million chat points. And the reward for it was you get to be Dan's Gaming for 1 second.
Oh, so it just like flips over to you?
You get to be his account for 1 second.
Oh, no. Oh, that's insane.
And it was an absurd amount of points because you get like, 50 points every like 5 minutes or something.
Yeah, again, it's determined. You can change it. You can dole out more points or less points depending on how you want to do it. I had mine personally set up for a low payout, but like everything was incredibly low priced then. So
My favorite that most of the streamers do, it's usually like for a low cost, you can use like one subscriber only emote. So like, if you watch the stream regularly, for free, you can still like participate a little bit more.
yeah.
A lot of them do that.
And it's a good system, frankly. I love the fact that she can do this. It's really cool. So good job, GX Aura. If I can ever, it's Twitch. I'm sorry. I'm trying. I really am. I have caught a couple VODs.
I'm
They've been
subscribed
very
to you
fun.
on YouTube. I watched her Roller Coaster Tycoon highlights. I watched her anime review.
The Neuro-sama clips have been fire, by the way. That's right. I used the word fire correctly.
We'll let it pass.
Okay. It's fire. I'm old. It's the joke. All right. The other joke right now is, oh my God, it's so hot in this room. I'm so sweaty. Holy shit. Whew. All right. What is Oshi Live?
All right.
So it's like an Oshinoko live show?
Fancy.
How did I
So it's like an Otoko no Ko live show. We're dropping the deep lore now. This part gets cut.
Oh, no. I think you should just dive right into this, Carlos.
All right.
All right. Tell us about
I went to their website. I'm seeing where this is going.
Oshi Live. Tell us about Oshi Live.
All right. So I got recommended a tweet from Yuko. So I clicked on it,
Yeah,
I went to it, and I saw she had reposted a video of her face on a tablet on a stick, surrounded by McDonald's stuff, and she was talking about her Happy Meal.
Okay. I like it.
So I did a little bit of deep diving into this because I had no idea what I was looking at. Oshi Live is a company that you can partner with them somehow, some way, and they will go to conventions for you, and they will set up this little robot. It has wheels with a stick and a tablet on top. You can display your VTuber on the tablet, and you can go around conventions as a VTuber.
Okay, so yes, in your mind, picture a Roomba with a stick coming out of the top and an iPad at the top of the stick. That's exactly what it is. That's pretty sweet, though, because then as a VTuber, you can travel around a convention and do whatever. Mm-hmm. Was this invented by Iron Mouse? Because I guess not, because she has Connor to carry her around. So
Her own personal pack mule.
yeah, that's her personal Roomba with a stick. So this is actually really sweet, though. I mean, I assume there's potential issues for if there's lag and things like that, and the control.
Yeah, but those
of it,
issues already exist.
Yeah, exactly. That's just going to be what it is.
From what I saw, it's not like you just can pilot this thing around the convention. It's literally, they're a company. They set this up, and then they have like a staff walk around with you. Like a staff member from the company goes to the convention and like walks you around.
Oh, so it's your own personal guide to the convention as well.
Yeah.
Very neat.
But they went to Anime Impulse OC, which was where I saw this, which is Orange County, LA. So there was that's where this anime convention was. Apparently, they were at Anime Expo too. Actually,
Oh, that
this
makes sense.
company was. But yeah, it was Yuko and Coni were both at this particular convention through this company.
That's fantastic.
And I guess this event, they were sponsored by V4 Mirai, which is another VTuber company that I had never heard of.
Oh, good lord.
It keeps happening.
Yeah, I guess they have a couple of new English members, so they were like trying to, drive up some attention for them at this event. Because, I mean, yeah, they had Idol Corp VTubers there, but it was there to show off their own like sponsored new VTubers too.
V4 Mirai apparently has 2 members.
I think these are their first English members.
Okay. These are the first English members. Serena Maiko and Abi Kadabura. Her name is Abi Kadabura.
Pain.
Fuck yeah. Sorry, I just need a moment. It's all right. We're good. Wait, what's the pun with the other one? Hold on. Serena Maiko. I'm going to have to dig more about her theme. Wow, that's really good animation, though. The models, they spared very little expense in these models.
Hello, man. I want to meet your Roomba.
Generation Crystallis. Can you imagine one of the VTubers gets fucking abducted because their Roomba gets taken by some crazy fan? Like,
They have the Roomba.
just imagine some guy like comes out of the shadows and grabs the iPad and runs.
He puts a screen cleaning cloth over the screen.
Yeah.
And the voice doesn't get muffled at all because that's not how speakers work.
It's like, Yuko's mine now.
Puts duct tape over the speakers so they're muffled.
Put the tablet down, sir. You don't understand.
She's my Oshi.
No, dude, seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm a VTuber fan. Where do I start? Oh.
I hope that this company catches on. I had never heard of them until
Dude, if I can actually, like, instead of having to walk up to a large size buff pup at, like, in an aisle in Otakon next year, if I'm just walking around and I turn a corner and there's buff pup on a fucking iPad.
Yeah.
Walking around, driving around.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm probably gonna be like, yo, like, what the fuck? This is crazy.
Yo, this is wild.
Hey, yo.
Hey. What if it's like a drone? Flies down. It's like. And there's fauna.
You enter the convention hall, you just hear, you look up.
You get
Above you is 4 drones holding a screen.
You get surrounded by drones, all of them with their own screen. The council has selected you.
Hello, Nick.
Oh God, I'm not ready for this. I'm uncomfortable.
They start singing Rene Circulation.
I just like crumple to the floor, like, holding my head. Da, 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 da. Oh my God. Oh God. It's not the snail. It's the green haired girl. That's the Rene Circulation one, right?
Yeah, Snake Girl.
Yeah. Ebby. Ebby has many meanings, as it turns out, by the way.
I saw there was a clipper. I think they clipped like a Shiori clip, and it's called like the channel's called Hololive Monogatari Edits. So they edit the clips to be like a Monogatari episode.
Oh God.
I think I've seen a few of those pop up. Like, not even Hololive related, actually.
Oh, Monogatari is such a fucking style to it.
It is one of the things of all time, in my opinion. All right.
Prisky.
Yes, let's talk about PrisciTV and an update from her.
Live update.
Yes. PrisciTV, we've talked about before. She struggles with CVID, which is the same thing as Iron Mouse. It is immune deficiency. It causes her a ton of issues medically, obviously, and also a lot of issues financially because I believe she lives in Brazil?
Ecuador.
Ecuador, that's where it is. I
Which
apologize.
causes... It's a nation that does not have much global support, to put it
Yes.
lightly.
Yes. So she has a lot of trouble with the medical bills resulting from her condition. And obviously, as it goes on, CVID is it's one of those diseases that you deal with for your entire life. There's no cure. There's treatment that helps and can, give you a higher quality of life, obviously. Mm-hmm. But it is not a curable disease right now.
Iron Mouse is one of the lucky ones at this point that she has a near unlimited disposable income to live the best life she can with it.
Yeah. So updates on PrisciTV. She's been VTubing for quite some time now, and she's still doing the best she can. She's been streaming using text to speech because she can't speak very well now, and it's just a very difficult situation for her in general. Again, she's in Ecuador, so the IDF, the Immune Deficiency Foundation, and other resources, like GoFundMe and things like that, just aren't available to her. She's ended up having to take loans to pay for her medical bills, and she's been having difficulty repaying those. On the upside, her streams have been doing better, and she's made enough to pay off the loans that she has been forced to take out to cover her medical expenses for the time being. There was a big push recently, and obviously we fully support her. If you have the time to watch her streams, we fully suggest it. You can find her at, I believe it's just twitch.tv/PrisciTV. I know she streams primarily on Twitch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a worthy cause. So if you can spend any time watching her streams, giving her any support that you can, and if you have the ability to make any monetary donations, that's entirely up to you, obviously. But this is one of those causes that we very much support. She's always been a very fun personality. And again, she's a small size VTuber. She just has been for a while, but this is just a very, very difficult situation in general for her, obviously, and her family and everybody else that's involved with it. And it's just any support that you can give would be more than welcome, I'm sure. So.
Yeah.
Obviously, we don't have a ton of reach, but anything that we can do,
With what we got.
Yeah, and she's, like you said, she's very small time right now, but she hasn't at least gotten enough to get by.
Mm-hmm. So she's doing okay now. Obviously, any extra money is still going to be helpful because it can go to additional treatments and additional medications and things like that.
Yeah, the hospital bills are never really going to stop.
Yeah, and she has said in the past that they are quite exorbitant. So any amount helps, like we said. Anything else when it comes to Prisci? Yeah. Obviously, it's a huge shout out that we hope all the best for her.
Yep.
It's a difficult situation, obviously. So, all right. There's no, again, obviously, whenever we address difficult situations, there's no good way to just immediately go back to the ha-ha fun times.
Mm-hmm. But I wanted to point out specifically that the loans that she was taking out were good. Mm. This was kind of like things got really bad for her, and then she's kind of back up to normal as good as she can again. Mm. And she's now working towards like just paying regular medical bills again.
Yeah.
So she hit a low point and she's back up again. So
yeah,
things are still moving on for her.
Which is the upside of it. That's the best part. All right. We're going to talk about some things that were high points for us during the last week. Mm-hmm. Enjoyable things that we got to sit down and watch.
Lots of sunlight in our bleak existence.
Coming through the clouds of life.
Clouds of life. Honk.
Honk indeed.
Honk, honk.
Oh, one thing that I also wanted to mention that I forgot in the news segment real quick. Ame's getting a new outfit. It looks like a tomato.
It's not a tomato.
It's a tomato.
It's not a fucking tomato.
And then
you'll see.
Yuzuki Choco is getting really close to 1 million subs. She's like 2,000 away right now. She had the count live on her ASMR stream today as she was ASMRing.
Strong verb.
That's the only reason I clicked on that. It was because I wanted to know the count.
The only reason, huh?
It was mostly her just heavy breathing. It was kind of... Anyways. I believe I mentioned in the past, Choco's character is unbearably sexy.
The weight of sex.
Let's talk about cops.
Oh no.
It's finally but in an apolitical apolitical way.
The cops that aren't political.
Yes. such a thing might exist, maybe. Who's to say, really?
In movies and Batman.
Yes. And this is a movie called Life. Anyway, Bay and Subaru, the cops that I trust,
Really? All right. So
have gotten together to play Police Simulator.
there has never been a stream I had to get more around to than fucking this. But this is my first time participating in a raid. I was watching Shiori. She got to the end of her stream and she was like, all right, that's enough for me today. Who haven't I raided yet? Let's do Bay. Clicked on it. I'm out over there. And Bay stops and goes, we're getting raided. Hello, Shiori people. Ah! And then crashes the car. Or like fucks up really bad.
100%.
It's like that couldn't have been better if you tried.
Yes, there's a ton of really, really great clips from this. I recommend anything you can find. Watch the entire stream because Subaru speaks in English in 90% of it. And it's fantastic. Because again, Subaru is not fluent in English, but she is passable in English. She can get her message across very effectively. And it's very fun to watch because it's just a great dynamic between these two. I know at one point they were arresting people for possession of marijuana. And that was a big thing. There's a really great clip of Bay going, oh, they had marijuana. And Subaru's like, marijuana. You know, like, yes, I get it. And just generally like them like giving people fines for jaywalking and for drinking in public. Subaru learned that it's illegal to drink in public in other countries because in Japan you can walk down the street with a beer and no one gives a shit as long as you don't litter. Like they're like, you can be as drunk as you want. Don't matter. If you drop that can on the ground, we're gonna fucking arrest you. Because that's how Japan rolls. A beer with lunch is very normal in Japan, by the way. Like that's what you do, you know?
So yeah, I didn't even hear. Well, I think I heard about that this was happening. I didn't get to see any of this.
Oh, man,
I did
so
see Bay play this in the past.
Yeah,
though.
I've seen the past one.
And it was already funny in the past that there were a few things in this simulator that Bay didn't know either, because it's based off of not Australian cops. So there were a handful of laws and things that Bay didn't even know.
So they're learning as they go.
Yeah.
But also, there's a lot more agitated quacking in this one. Generally, it's honestly a very, very fun stream. It's probably my favorite stream of the week. It's definitely up there, if not the number one. It's so worth watching. So I very highly recommend it.
Good stream.
The Minecraft Summer Festival
Oh, no.
has come and gone. Might still be happening. It's always one of those things where people like trickle in and afterwards, and then they're just like, oh, I didn't get to go this year, but I can at least check out stuff. And sometimes they'll group up and do that. But
I know. I saw it was like a day or two after that, like the big events were happening, and I saw Ina started a stream. I'm late.
Yep.
And I watched a few seconds of it to see what she was doing, and she's like walking around the festival by herself looking at things.
Oh, my heart. It breaks for Ina. I'm so sorry, Ina. I know you're a big fan and you watch every video, so. Hi, Ollie. That joke will never get old. So, yes, the Hololive Summer Festival. There was a Coliseum. There were many events, actually, but we'll start with the Coliseum. There were 1v1 fights to the death with a best of 3 format. These were with random items and armor, correct?
Yep.
There were cacti and lava and many other obstacles, which was great because at one point Miko was fighting someone and immediately died in lava. And everyone was just like, called it.
I know. Because Bay participated in this as a last-minute entry. She unfortunately lost her first fight. And then watched the rest of it. But she was talking with the chat about it. She's like, because the Miko's fight started, and like, oh boy, you know, this could go either way. Miko has a tendency to either be really, really good for no reason, or be really, really bad at everything. And then and her worst nemesis in Minecraft is always the lava.
Lava just destroys.
And then 5 seconds later, she falls in the lava and dies.
Exactly what happened. Meanwhile, the audience is all throwing eggs at them, which are sometimes turning into chickens, causing even more confusion. It was a really fun segment. overall, frankly, just to have this. I believe I watched a compilation video later on. I didn't watch specifically Bay's perspective. And who was the winner at the end?
Chloe.
Chloe. Good job, Stink Orca. Congrats. Of kindness and wonderfulness and a good singing voice. We up people here.
Who are we to yuck someone's yum?
I don't know how I feel about that statement. Let's move on to Watame's slot machine. This is obviously, by the way, we're going through Bay's perspective of what happened here.
I watched the whole 4-hour stream of Bay's perspective, so
Where do you get the time?
this took my entire evening. This stream alone.
That makes a lot of sense. So Watame had a slot machine that she built. I've watched a few different people get this and a queue that were playing on Watame's slot machine, and a few people were just like, it's rigged, right? We're never going to win, right, Watame? And then people won, and they would get payouts.
Except Bay.
Except for Bay. Because Bay is a rat. Rats don't get payouts.
She cashed out all her fucking luck this year.
True. She got 1,000,000 yen.
Yeah, I remember she put like 5 diamonds in to trade for the Watame tokens to use it. Put all 5 tokens in, got nothing. And then you just see her turn around and Watame standing there watching her.
Oh no. High pressure.
And then she proceeds to walk up to Watame and starts punching her.
Just bully the sheep. Aw, not the Hitsuji.
And Watame gives her like a handful of tokens back, and she immediately goes back to the machine and puts them in the machine again.
Gambles, loses again.
Loses everything
Loses again, yep.
Watame's gone.
Good job, Rat. Oh, man. The Fubuki's Diamond Loan Station. So this was a combination effort, I know, because it was mostly Okayu that set this up, apparently.
Yeah.
This was Okayu because Gura is the shark. I'm stealing a meme from the subreddit right this moment. Just watch it. Gura is the shark of Hololive, and Okayu is the lone shark of Hololive. That's the joke from the subreddit. It's not funny when I say it. It's only funny when the other guy said it. Why is that? I don't get it. All right. For real, though, she was just lending money to a bunch of different people and then being like, boy, those are nice kneecaps you have. You know? It was a very fun combination because there were a lot of people.
Yeah.
Crony got bullied into like getting a huge loan from Okayu for the horse race, apparently.
Yeah. I remember she didn't, because everything, all the betting, everything, the games mostly ran off of diamonds. Mm-hmm. So at one point, Crony was going to borrow some, and then Bay, who had looked at the loan station and actually read the book, like they had like detailing what was going to happen if
the terms and conditions.
The terms and conditions, and immediately starts screaming in the chat, "Don't do it, Crony!"
Yeah.
And then like 5 minutes later, she needed diamonds to bet on the horse race, and she goes and she borrows 666 diamonds.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so there was a lot of people that were getting into debt over this, and some people turned out to be big winners.
Pecora put 1,000 diamonds on, I believe it was Subaru,
on Subaru,
and won.
Which is fantastic.
And Bay put all of her diamonds on mostly Toa and lost all of them. And then proceeded to say, I don't play Minecraft. What are they going to do?
Oh, no.
But apparently they loaned, somebody watched a bunch of the streams and totaled it. Apparently, like the station, they loaned out over 8,000 diamonds for this.
Yeah, I think it was Okayu had a diamond farm somewhere. And so she just like went and grabbed it. And there was like, so a diamond block is 9 diamonds, and there were like 20 stacks of 64 diamond blocks. So however many that is. And she was like, that's a lot, you know, so many diamonds. So they were well stocked for this.
And they almost ran out.
Yes.
At one point, they had like a couple hundred left.
It's the way she goes. Got to have money to make money. That's how it works. There was also a fireworks show. Bae apparently had a romantic experience with Kayori, which is nice to see. Except for, Bae's married.
She's divorced currently.
Oh, okay, it's fine then.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. I was worried. I was upset for a second.
She's got to wrap that shit up before the next marriage, though.
Yeah, true.
I don't know if those two ever patch it up.
It's hard to say.
Differences are too deep.
At the end of the day, Bae had a fun fireworks show, and now owes Fubuki more than 600 diamonds and can never play Minecraft again.
I think that the final rule was if you can't pay any of this back, you get sent to like Nako Island or something.
Not Naked Island. I mean, Nako Island.
I hate that.
My favorite part of the festival was Ollie. Ollie's had a good couple weeks. Ollie's booth at the festival was, you could either pay, I think it was like 32 emeralds, or no, it was a few diamonds, or you could provide fan service. So some talents would walk up, and like Sora came up at one point, and Ollie was like, "Tell me I'm disgusting," and Sora was like, "You're disgusting," and then Ollie was like, "Thank you," and then because she paid for it, she got to play the game.
Oh, hey!
Which was Ollie would run over to a stage with like a glass wall in front of her between the two people, and there were a bunch of stalactites above her head, and the person got 3 throws of a trident to smack a stalactite and drop it on Ollie's head and kill her. And if you killed her, you got a prize, which was like 32 emeralds. Really, this was just Ollie getting everything she ever wanted. She got a shy love confession from who was, or is it Choco? I think it was Choco. She had Luna do a tsundere confession to her. Like, it was just Ollie getting everything she's ever wanted. And like, fucking more power to you, Ollie. Good job.
She's winning.
She's just winning. She's also a married woman now, but we'll come to that later. Phrasing. Mumei this week sung us, what is it, 1,000 songs?
She did 100 songs in an 8-hour endurance karaoke.
So there's like 30 reasons this is impressive, but also because she was on strict vocal rest.
Yeah.
2 months ago or something.
So I provided this video in the outline as like an example of like, this is what she's singing near the end and she still sounds great. Let's go ahead and sample some of the set list. Ahem. Wow. Sugar, We're Going Down. The Jack Sparrow song from SNL, I'm assuming. Country Road. Hey Soul Sister. What's New Scooby-Doo? Livin' La Vida Loca. Wagon Wheel. Come As You Are. And no joke, the national anthem of the United States of America. Baby One More Time. If I Die Young. Cancer by My Chemical Romance. Jolene. Best Day Ever by, I'm assuming, SpongeBob SquarePants.
That makes sense.
It is everywhere.
Well, I think the title of the stream was like singing every song I've ever done on karaoke, which I don't know if that's true or not, but
She definitely hit a lot of them if she did 100. Yeah, and she has a wonderful singing voice. I'm very impressed. I'm glad she's recovered to this point, and it's frankly super impressive.
There is a guy who has gone out of his way. I actually include his video, so I'll go on my way to credit him. Hollow Tofu Karaoke. He's going out of his way to make every single video every single song she sung its own individual video, which he has done and is now a playlist, 101 videos. She finished it by singing Beat It by Michael Jackson.
Why not? It's a fun time. It's a classic pop song.
I have this strange feeling that Mumei kind of hates that she had to take a break, a vocal rest.
yeah.
I'm getting that feeling, yes. But it's all the better for her.
I like
now
that
we get
about
this
her.
100-song karaoke.
I like people who have the vibe that's like, I hate I even have to take a break, so I'm going to double down next time I can do it.
Yeah.
I like Drive. Drive's very attractive.
I tuned into the stream at like midnight, and she was like at 30 songs or something. So she went on for how many more hours after I had to go to bed?
She had a goal.
That is
She
one.
was mooming.
She was a committed owl and moomed very hard for very many time. Cameron nods politely. Thank you, Cameron.
You're very welcome.
And thank you, Mumei, for being great. We also got an edited video from Ollie. I think this is only maybe the second one we've got of these. There's probably more that I've just missed. But this, every time she makes one of these videos, which again, I think is twice now, but still, these are fantastic. In this edition, she reached out to other members of Hololive and Holostars and specifically asked them, what do you think of mint chocolate chip ice cream? Colors, what do you think of mint chocolate chip ice cream?
It's all right.
Yay or nay? Yay or nay is the question.
I would say yay.
Yay.
I lean yay.
I am heavily in the yay department.
Yeah, I'm big yay. Like, it's my favorite flavor.
To be fair, we had dinner before the podcast, and Cameron and I both had mint chocolate chip ice cream for dessert.
I had it because I was thinking of this video.
Yeah, fair enough.
This is like the bottom of the bottom for ice cream that I like to eat.
Oh.
Aw, that's a nay.
Well, here's the thing. I saw Cameron get a bowl of it, and I
Yeah.
was like, I need it. So
I would eat it. I enjoy it because I just love ice cream. It's just it is a flavor that is very low priority for me.
So
it's one of those ones where if I'm in the mood for it, it's the best thing on earth.
here's the vibe, just to let you guys know what she did. She very casually Discord messaged a lot of Hololive members. She got their candid responses to the question, do you like chocolate chip mint ice cream? Then she reached out to a fairly prominent clipper to help edit it. They go by the moniker of Falanoch. God, that's not... Oh, Falanoa, CH. Sorry.
Falanoa.
You're Falanoch now. Hope you can live with this. Who actually clipped
Congrats.
a couple of my favorite Hololive clips around. They're very good at editing. So basically, Ollie does what she does and just schmoozes her way in and gets people's very honest reactions. Some people are aggressive. Like, I think Kaela's just straight up like, why the fuck would you eat that? And then other people are like, yeah, good. Other people are like, why are you talking to me, Ollie?
It seems to be some sort of a Japanese meme that mint chocolate chip ice cream tastes like toothpaste.
Yeah.
Because it was primarily the Japanese members that had that response, I believe. Maybe it might have been Indonesia as well.
Indonesia was like 50-50. Japan was it looks like they were a little more yay than nay. This isn't even the final chart. I was disappointed because Bay's on the wrong side of history.
She is, but so's Kiara. Our Oshis have failed us this week. We believed in you.
We won't make that mistake again.
Never. Man, I love Kiara.
Bingo! So it's a good video. You should definitely watch it. It's only 23 minutes out of your life.
Yeah, it's 20 minutes long. It's great. The editing is, as you said, really well done. It's very impactful, very funny, all around. A great video to watch.
All right, that's probably the last time we mentioned Ollie. What's the next clip, fellas?
Holly!
Yeah, that's who we're done talking about.
She was on Hologra this week. She got her debut. Her debut, if you will. Are we doing live reactions?
Carry on. Carry on.
Believe it or not, Ollie is a zombie. And she does the biting of others to make them zombies. Apparently. So this revolves around the idea that Marine yanked out the sword from Ollie's head, and then Ollie
so the
kinda
sword,
went nuts.
the sword keeps her tame. That's interesting lore.
Isn't it? Ollie then bites Mel, who frankly shouldn't be affected because she's already undead as a vampire. But
Nope, too late.
then
Zombie.
becomes a zombie, of course. That is the way of things. This is life, after all.
Maybe
Yeah.
she's not actually a vampire.
I mean, she doesn't drink blood. She just drinks acerola juice. Anyway, they cram the sword back into her head, and then she's fine again. And she apologizes.
My favorite part of it was Marine turns back and sees Mel about to get bit and sees things slightly differently.
Yeah. It's sexy.
And jumps back in and gets entirely ignored by Ollie.
Ollie gets her head knocked off as well. There's a bunch of other stuff. She gets her body discombobulated.
Blood and gore.
And then she is rebuilt bigger, badder, stronger than ever. Incorporating other talents into herself.
Oh no.
It's horrifying, truly. And then there's a bunch of clips of like little short animations
for her to
of her
use
doing
before
cute
her
stuff.
stream begins.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Overall, 10 out of 10 as always, especially because Ollie is genuinely one of the She's just a standout talent, frankly. And she is courageous.
She's a fucking weirdo.
All right, I think we're done talking about Ollie now.
Yeah, all right.
Thanks for stopping by, Ollie. We do appreciate you.
Let's talk about Narissa.
Okay, she got married to Ollie this week.
Fuck!
It happened again.
I don't think he's okay.
Who is? All right, so Ollie and Narissa are canonically married. It's part of the lore. They had a very interesting and very fun stream.
Yeah.
It was a honeymoon stream. They showed...
They already did it?
Yeah.
Fuck!
I have here in the notes that I wrote this down personally. Jesus, this is the thirstiest flirting I've ever seen. We found out that Narissa would be more appropriately named Marissa because she is an M.
I have a...
Ollie was like, do you prefer to be tied up with ropes or chains? And she was like, I've never been tied up with either, but we can try both.
I have a direct quote from the stream.
Yes, go ahead.
What shampoo do you use? I don't shower. Even better.
This was like, again, you can't keep two bad bitches down.
No.
They just decided. I love the fact also that because they're married to each other, now every time they get married to someone else, that person is also married to the other person, according to the way they think. So now, if Ollie marries, say, Mel, then Narissa is also married to Mel. That's how this works now. They grow the harem by degrees, as best they can. Also, I added this as a footnote. They did take a moment to talk about how they've been watching musicals together.
Oh, they gay.
They are incredibly gay.
And we're not talking great at Yu-Gi-Oh!
No. Parentheses positive.
Yeah. We like gay.
Yeah, of course. It's fantastic. It's fun.
This was... I didn't get to watch a lot of it because I listened to this at work with my phone like off in a corner where nobody could see what I was actually doing with my headphones in.
What are you doing, Carlos?
They also had like a cardboard cutout Yago that they like animated and made talk and stuff. I just wanted to point that out.
They got Achon in to actually like...
Oh, the officiator,
to
yeah.
be the officiator, and they had Yago in, like just his head cut out. But I guess like couldn't actually get Yago to come in to do the voice.
He didn't approve.
Yeah, Ollie just did the voice.
So Ollie voiced him.
He was
so
smoking a cig in the park, crying,
That's what he did, man.
getting publicly intoxicated, and fucking bumping up the debut time for his new idols. It's like, these ones have failed me, but you won't.
Ollie finally met her match with this one, though.
Yeah, it's so funny. Those two just like they work together so well. It's so good.
There were a few times where Narissa was saying things, and even Ollie was like, "Is this okay?"
Yeah, dude, it's so funny to watch them like escalate off of each other and go like bigger and bigger every time.
I think that's an interesting dynamic because we typically don't see people who will keep building into the stratosphere. Ollie likes to be the person who caps off how extreme things are. Like, I think immediately back to the off collab she had with Bae, where Ollie immediately went, hey guys, send her red supas, send her $500, do it, nerds. And they start doing it. Bae went, no. That's what Ollie wants every time. She loves having someone reach their limit.
Dude.
So it's scary when she meets someone who has a higher limit than her.
No, I think my favorite part of this was Ollie was starting to get really flustered at one point. And she's like, is it really okay to like, keep going with this? And Narissa went on and on. Yeah, it's fine. And then Ollie's like, okay, are you sure? Yes, it's fine. And then Ollie goes, okay, we're going then. All right, bend over.
There you go.
What's new, Scooby-Doo? Coming after you.
There was legitimate and direct references to BDSM in this stream. It was pretty fucking great, frankly. Very funny stuff.
Hide the kids.
Also, they were like, both of them were just like, we have, speaking directly to the chat, we're like, we have NTR'd all of you.
Get NTR'd.
by each other. So there you go. All right, let's move on to something else that was not as sexual.
So what did Ollie do next?
We're going to talk about Ina now. Ina, my Ina niece.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
She did a comfy drawing stream.
Good.
She does that a lot.
Are you surprised at all?
Not yeah.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
Just me then. She drew Kiara.
Oh.
It was really good. The picture's amazing. By
I think
the
I've
way.
seen it.
Yeah, it's Kiara in her new outfit. It's genuinely really good. Of course, it is. Ina drew it, and it was just really fun to sit and listen to Ina talk while I did my dishes.
You might call Ina an artist, even.
Yes, I would say so, definitely. So yeah, it was just another comfy drawing stream. She does these like all the time. I just managed to actually catch this one live, so it was a really fun time for me. Good time overall. I just like it.
Yeah, all of her streams are super comfy.
Oh, they're so good.
And the drawing one is just her quietly rambling about things like
Oh, yeah.
while she draws.
I love it too because she's just like, you just got to keep trying your best, guys. Like, and I'm just like, Ina, you're such a nice person. God damn it. Oh man. All right. That's all there is. Watch Ina. She's great.
What a sweetheart.
Yes. Advent has beaten PicoPark.
Yeah, I saw some of this.
She had
She.
all of Advent got together and played PicoPark. There was I guess 4-player technically collab because 2 of them are one person, but that is the way of things. This is a much smaller group than Halloween's last attempt.
They had like 8 people for their last attempt, so they did not make it very far.
PicoPark is a cooperative platformer. It's simple in design, but complex because you have to deal with other people's bullshittery. Yeah, it's very collaborative. If you do not work together, you will not succeed. And these guys managed to beat it, which is insane because no one else has come close. There was a lot of Bibu being group mom that I saw, where she was like, "All right, now do this. All right, now do this. Okay, do this. Okay, we did it." Like, you know.
Stay close, kids.
So it was pretty good. There was a lot of organizing on her side. She already did a lot of organizing as well during this.
Yeah, it was, from what I didn't get to see a ton of it, but it was Bibu knew what she was doing. Narissa knew what she was doing. Shiori was keeping calm and being able to keep up with what everyone was doing. Fuamoko were just being Fuamoko.
They're just vibing. They're just being guard dogs, you know, being cool.
Yeah, it worked out pretty good. Other than Bibu had, some pretty insane ping. So,
So I got to watch maybe a half hour of this. It was fun. It's a fun stream. Yeah, there's always the disagreements, and then everybody starts shouting. It's a good time. All right, we're going back to talk about GX Aura again.
Aura.
Welcome to the regularly scheduled GX Aura segment of the podcast.
We can be bought or sold.
Yes, she left us a comment one time, and we are now fans for life. It's like we're like the stray dog that's just like laying on the side of the road, and someone walks up and gives it a crust of bread, and their dog's just like, "You're my friend forever now."
You have more crust, ma'am.
Anything you need. All right, so Neuro-sama, as we know, is an AI VTuber. We've discussed her in the past several times. She's got a model update a little while ago. She looks good. She sounds good. She's vastly entertaining. She's so great. And GX Aura did a collab with her, which was really cool. I've seen a ton of clips from this. I haven't gotten to sit down and watch the entire thing, but I've seen a lot of it.
I watched like 90% of it.
Yes. So would you like to take us through this one, Carlos?
Go ahead, Carlos.
Well, if you ask Nero repeatedly and nicely, you can get her to sing.
Really?
And
Very politely.
so if she's in the mood. It also depends if she's regular or evil Nero, which is a thing.
Yes, multiple personalities. I've heard of this.
But yeah, she sung a JP song that I don't actually know the name of it, but I have heard it before. And towards the end of the stream, Aura begged her hard to sing Baka Mitai. And Vtubing, the guy that...
The turtle.
The turtle behind her that like actually, actively works on her to make sure that she's doing things.
She's behaving
She's
herself.
behaving and works properly and doesn't break. Messaged her while she was begging and said, "Hey, she can't actually sing that right now." It's like, but give me a minute. After a few minutes of him fiddling, he got it to work, and she sung Baka Mitai for her.
There we go. So she's a multi-talented AI, as it turns out. I like the fact that there was a big there's a big focus. My brain is shutting down as we speak. You can see it live on camera. There's a big focus on like British culture and British things because GX Aura is aggressively British.
Aura was trying to teach her about British culture through most of the stream.
Yes. There was my favorite segment, which was, Nero was sad and British. And
Said British twice.
that's exactly the joke that Aura made. You did it. You did it. You met her at the joke.
I get it. I get the British experience.
Yes. There you go. She asked her if she was sad because she's British or just, at the same time. And then she ended up being, you said British twice. There you go. They discussed having a cheeky Nando's.
Oh, I love Nando's.
Dude, Nando's it's top. Nando's is top.
It sucks so much. The closest Nando's to us is literally hours away.
It's like 4 or 5 hours.
It's not like an easy day drive.
There is no cheeky Nando's for us. It's a dedicated effort. You want to drive 5 hours for a Nando's? That is hardly cheeky.
Hotel and a restaurant.
It's exactly what you got to plan for.
Looking forward to MagFest.
Yeah. But Nero loves ketchup chips, even though Nero doesn't need food. Yeah.
Cannot experience taste or flavor.
Depends on the minute you're asking her.
That's fair. She does waffle on these things a little bit. Here we go. Mm-hmm. Both became cat girls. Is this a thing?
Yes, it is.
Good job.
So Aura has cat ears, and Nero also has cat ears and a tail.
Neon.
And they finished the stream by raiding Shibuya Kaho. As every good stream ends. With a British raid of Kaho.
Not again. What did we fight for?
I let the redirect happen just to see what she was doing.
Mm-hmm. What was Kaho up to, by the way?
She was playing Yakuza.
Fuck yes. Good job, Kaho.
You might be a little disappointed in her, though, because I watched her for a few minutes, and I noticed she was skipping all of the dialogue. And after a couple minutes, and she was talking to, like, some NPC, and the NPC wanted something, and she's like, chat, what am I supposed to do? I don't read the dialogue in this game.
Thanks.
I don't blame her. I skip dialogue in some games.
But yeah, she had like 800 viewers, and then Nero and Aura raided her, and she just gained like 6,000 viewers immediately.
Oh, hi. How's it going, everyone? Mm-hmm. That's a great pick to raid. I would have never thought to raid Shibuya Kaho. That's fucking awesome.
No, especially since they raided her, and Kaho's just like, oh, by the way, guys, it's 3 a.m. for me. So... This is
how long.
It's like, this is normal for me anyway. You don't have to worry, but just letting you know.
I see. That makes a lot of sense. All right. Aura also this week played Mario Kart with viewers and played Holocure. Of course, that is the meta right now.
Yeah.
If you're a VTuber, you're playing Holocure, and that's for good reason. That game fucking slaps. Mm-hmm. But also, I want to point out that I am so very sad that I missed Mario Kart with viewers. I've tried a few different times, all right, to get into any Mario Kart match because Bibu's been doing it, Aura's been doing it, and I've never, I think Fauna did it recently too, but I've never been able to actually get into a race with a VTuber. Someday it's gonna happen. I'm gonna be a winner someday. I mean, at getting into the race, I'm still gonna lose the race.
Yeah,
but I don't care. That's not the win. That's not the victory.
But yeah. Speaking of the Holocure thing real quick, I also, it's kind of like off a little bit, but I saw Pippa was playing it. Mm-hmm. And for those who don't know, there is actually no mod support for Holocure because it is a very, very dangerous legal zone to allow modding in that. But Pippa, there is in fact a Pippa mod for Holocure, and she was playing herself. So
powerful move. Of course.
Yeah, the dev himself has said, please don't mod it. I'm not allowed to support that.
I don't know if it's that he cares if you do it. It's that he is not allowed to support it himself. If you are going to mod it, it is 100% on you, and he will not promote it.
There you go. That's fair enough either way, frankly. Again, it's one of those things where there's licensing things that like they're not officially licensed, but Hololive can pretty much, pool support for things whenever they need to. So
Yeah, like if he didn't say please don't mod it, Cover could go, we don't like what you're doing. You're making our talents touch other talents.
yeah.
Not a fan.
The big risk for that is if somebody mods something in that Cover does not like.
Yes.
Or if they mod something in and then monetize it.
Yes, that as well. Just nope, can't. Just no support for that.
Yeah. So just be careful out there, is all we can say about that, I guess.
I'd like to give a quick update, a segment update, a new segment, live coverage. Ame is doing her outfit reveal as we speak. And before she launched her rocket, these like 10 white boxes appeared over the top. And then a math problem. The viewers had to solve math equations before they would get the reveal.
Good Lord.
Ame's
I
making
love
them
it.
fucking work for it.
Can I shout out something real quick as well?
Of course.
At HeelsBadMan on Twitter has recently posted to the subreddit as well.
I have been following this guy, as many people have.
And I'm just going to read off the top here. Quote, "This is not a meme. It's a cry for help. Almost a year ago, I celebrated/cried over making it to 1 year of Coni posting and commented this." It's a big, long post, but it breaks down to he's going to post every day, or they are going to post every day. I'm assuming male bias at this point. Yeah. Until Coni joins the subreddit. And after a year of this, they stated that if they hit the 2-year mark, they will cosplay as Coni and do a stream, a dance, something like that. A video of myself doing what Coni fears most, twerking to daydream in full Coni cosplay. Today is day 723 at the time that this was posted. It's been a few days since, actually. Coni, you don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. No one wants to see it. Please join Reddit. My legs are too hairy for garters and stockings. Coni responded directly on Twitter and said, I've been waiting for a long time, is what she said. Quote, I've been waiting for a long time.
God, she's so evil. I love her.
With a little smiley emoji. So
as I think I mentioned before, Coni was exactly the kind of person that would wait until the day after this happens to then
She's
join.
going to. She's going to make an account the day after and comment, nice legs, bro.
100%. So, at HeelsBadMan,
You want to come on the show?
can't wait to see ya.
Show us those legs.
Put them garters on. We're all looking forward to this, frankly.
Another live update on Amelia's space launch, because I don't think I've ever seen this happen before. It's straight up a Twitch Plays scenario. Her stream is playing a shmup.
That's amazing.
They're typing left, fire, left, right, fire, and Ame's giving commentary on a little Star Fox screen. Uh-oh, enemy. I've never seen this. Ame's such a fucking weirdo.
I love how Ame just digs into the technology of things and really messes with stuff. So good. We'll check back with Cam in a few minutes.
I'll let you know live. Back to you, Nick.
Thank you. We're going to move on to Randon and how Randon played Long Live the Queen.
That's right. Long live the queen.
So do either of you two know what this is?
It's been on my wish list for a very long time, and Lord, have I never popped that cherry.
I own it.
Nick, I know you own it because I added it to my wish list and it said you owned it.
Yes.
It's basically
I've played it a little bit.
it's basically safer, funnier, more dangerous princess maker.
Yes, 100%. That's exactly what it is all around. So yes, you are given charge of a young princess and you must raise her to the best of your abilities in order to make her a proper ruler for the kingdom. As you go about it, you make decisions, what she's going to do day in, day out. Is she going to study, and that'll increase her intelligence? Is she going to study or party, and that's going to make her happier? That kind of stuff.
This game is extremely complex.
Yes.
Like the
There are random events. There are all kinds of stuff.
because the game changes dramatically depending on what stats you have at certain points in the story, and the story will change depending on what you pass or fail or decide to do.
Yes, and there is a large amount of... You're basically indirectly controlling. You're controlling the education, the knowledge, the stats of the character, but you do not control the decisions that she makes. Not always, at least.
That actually depends on her stats too. Because one of my favorite clips from when he was playing this was some guy walks up to her as she's the de facto queen. She's still just the princess. And the guy asks her, I have this really good idea. We're going to make these metal plates and we're going to make letters out of them. And you're going to be able to put them in machines and put ink on them. And we're going to use them to mass produce books.
Okay, calm down there, Goonberg.
Yeah. So we've got the printing press.
And he's like, okay, so I'm too poor though. Will you lend me money for this? And and it does a stat check on, I don't remember what it was, some sort of, it's one of the stats anyway. It does a stat check on. Randon, of course, fails the stat check. And there is no option. She immediately just tells him to leave. We're not dealing with it. And Randon screams, we just rejected the printing press. My country is going to be illiterate.
Back to Unga.
Oh, no. At least they can talk. They've got that much. Yeah, so just in general, this game is kind of bonkers. It's a classic. It's been out forever at this point.
Over 10 years.
Yeah.
It's like a Reciteer era game, you know?
Yeah.
You shut the fuck up about Reciteer.
I love that game.
Suddenly everyone's on the same page.
Yeah.
Fucking A, that's such a good game.
But he spent...
Capitalism ho.
Fuck off, Moonlighter.
That's such a good game.
Randon spends the entire time pumping points into nothing but weaponry and war.
That's how you win. I mean, maybe. You're going for a military victory. Civilization 5 taught me.
So, also, there's the stat bar where you can be either angry or depressed, or it's you. There's four stats over the top, 4 on the bottom. What you do will move it up or down closer to opposite
Where's
stats.
Happy?
And his goal was he wanted her to be directly smack in the middle of happy and sad. He wanted her to be extremely willful, but just slightly not the cap. And he wanted her to be slightly lonely. And then he wanted her anger stat to be completely capped. He wanted to be her as raging angry as possible.
I think he's working through some things. Or maybe he's just...
Everything reminds me of her.
So he does this. He manages to... He caps out her anger stat on this. And then the very next training choice that he makes, and it says bonus, cruelty.
Oh, no.
He's like, oh, no, guys. We went too far. I don't think we're going cap anger after all.
Oh, no.
Oh, misery.
As we know, cruel leaders in history are well respected. Ay. So he didn't finish the game, I'm assuming.
I did not get the chance to see if he actually finished it. This game is notorious for being almost impossible to actually win.
Yeah, it is one of those games where you have to just be incredibly lucky, basically. There is a strategy, I'm sure,
But he played this game for like 8 hours or something. I did not have the time to watch the whole thing.
Well, I know I didn't either. All right, what happened with a Tenma and a Handcam stream? I saw some of this. She was doing a sticker puzzle, but she wasn't really doing it effectively.
No, I don't. I think what I saw is it gives you like a picture, and you're supposed to take the stickers like off of a jumbled mess on another sheet to like fill in the picture and like make it look nice. Mm-hmm. And she didn't do that. She just kind of peeled them off and stuck them wherever she thought they looked fine.
That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. She also had a mirror aimed directly at her face so the camera could see her face the entire time. Mm-hmm. And she was wearing a horse head mask. I don't think we need to provide any commentary past this, honestly. I think we can just be like, okay, and that's fine. Tenma's great. Join the Kanpai Nikki.
And then the next stream she went back to her VTuber model, except her VTuber model had a horse head mask too.
Knew it.
Join the Kanpai Nikki.
Nay.
Oh, I don't even want to talk about Yuko Yurei this week.
Why do you people keep fucking watching her?
You people.
Yeah.
Roca Rourin did a rock karaoke stream.
How dare you? It's okay. We can come back to her.
Sure.
Bonus episode.
Carlos is asserting dominance. I feel threatened.
This is Carlos's podcast. Don't fucking forget it.
Roca Rourin, who I respect more and more each week as a fantastic singer, especially after I heard her cover auto songs. I was like, God damn, the voice on this person, so good. She did a rock karaoke stream, which was really good.
She finally did an actual rock karaoke.
Yes, she's of course
finally rocking
an
and
amazing
roaring.
singer.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Her favorite band of all time is Led Zeppelin.
Fair. Decent taste.
Based?
Yeah.
Based is the word. Based, right?
Yeah, sure. The youth.
Gotcha. I'm hip with the kids.
Based on what?
Oh, she went to a Slipknot concert this year.
Yeah, she was just
like I met her.
rambling about a few things, like Slipknot concert.
I have a
Oh.
friend who will go to every Slipknot concert, and they ask every time, "Do you wish to go as well?" I said yes once. Good show. I'm good
Okay.
for now. For now. It
Man
was
in
fun.
Mask scream real loud. There you go.
Turn these fucking lights up. I want to see my people. We've been saying that for like 3 years now.
Hell yeah.
We love that part of the show.
I'm not mocking Slipknot. I'm mocking their fans. I'm kidding. I mean, like, everybody. Here's the way that I had it described to me. Everybody's got like a Slipknot song.
Yeah.
That they just that's theirs. You know. And like outside of that, it just it is what it is. Some people go heavy on it. She says she hopes to sing "Stairway to Heaven" in 3D someday.
Yeah, the chat asked her to she's like she doesn't take song requests in her karaoke. Song requests are reserved for membership karaoke only. But she did respond to this one and say she wanted to sing "Stairway to Heaven," but it is a hard song apparently. I don't know anything about like how difficult it would be,
First 3 minutes are gonna be easy for sure. I guess the hard part's at the end.
but I don't know. She
There's
said
a lady that knows all that glimmers is gold. She's buying a "Stairway to Heaven."
Yeah, she said she wanted to. She's still practicing it. She hopes to reserve this for a 3D karaoke someday.
I don't blame her. It's one of those all-time classic songs, and if Zeppelin is her favorite band, then it makes total sense, frankly. She also talked about how she came to be a singer.
How does she came to be?
So
She's self-taught.
she's entirely self-taught.
That's wild.
Isn't that wild?
I would not believe that.
She's so good.
She's so good. It had to be her directly telling us that she's self-taught. I would not have believed it otherwise.
Also, I love her little. She has like the eyeball design elements, right? She's got like eyeballs in her hair or something. Or do I have somebody her confused with somebody else? Because I'm thinking that's Roca Rourin that I'm thinking of.
My fucking god.
What's going on?
Ame's uniform revealed. One of her patches is just affirming that she's forklift certified. I see U-Haul.
She's a space cadet. Is the costume?
No, it's like U-Haul rental trailers. She's just flat out sponsored by U-Haul.
Fuck yes, I was right. Roca Rourin has eyeball hair elements. They're really cute. I like them.
Oh, neat. I never paid that much attention to it.
I have eyeballs in my hair, but I don't show people.
It's because you're a coward. All right.
And a freak.
But yeah, for Roca.
It's a fantastic stream, by the way. I just want to put that out there. Her karaoke stream's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She sung Aerosmith.
Yeah, she did. It was a moment.
But yeah, to go along with her what she said about being self-taught, she also says that she never actually had any like raw talent for it, that it just took a lot of practice, that it didn't go easy for her, that both the talent and the endurance to sing in the first place both came with a lot of practice.
Feels like one of those things where she had to sit in a room and sing for 8 hours a day
Yep.
until she basically had developed enough skill for it. It's a very fine line when you say that somebody has talent and it's impressive versus they have skill and it's impressive. And it's one of those like little things that always like I try to emphasize. She's skilled. She
Yes.
developed this skill. She worked very hard at it, and if it's not a natural talent and it's simply a skill that she has worked on, all the more impressive in my opinion, frankly. All right, we're gonna talk about Yuko Yurei real quick.
This is a normal stream, okay? I promise.
I'll believe it when I see it. She ate snacks. All right,
Yeah,
that's
she
pretty
just
legit.
ate snacks. So, for those who don't know, Idol Corp is based in Israel.
Indeed.
So the CEO sent her multiple boxes of Israeli snacks, mostly potato chips.
I would be interested in trying that personally. I mean, like I like trying different foods from different areas, so
Yeah,
sounds pretty cool to me.
it was a really neat stream because they sent her like barbecue chips, onion chips, falafel chips.
Oh, I love falafel. I had a really good falafel sandwich when we went to Otakon. It was wonderful.
The falafel one was hilarious because she opened it and it's like these smell awful. Like, oh, I don't want to eat these. And then she tries them and it's like, oh, I actually really like these.
Falafel's delicious.
It made the one weird thing she pointed out was she's like these things look and smell awful. It's like they look exactly like the dried worms I ate on stream. I'm like,
Mealworms.
The what? What did you do?
Fuck. Who is the VTuber I just found out about today? Oh, we'll talk about them later. Don't worry about it. We'll get to them next. But so she tried a bunch of different stuff. Pizza chips. What was you said falafel chips. Peanut butter puffs.
Apparently, it is a Israeli thing that they have the peanut butter chips and then barbecue. And if you mix them together and eat them together, it's apparently really good.
Huh.
I have never heard that before. But she tried it and she confirmed it is actually really good.
Nice. I mean, that's one of those weird combinations that people throw out there, and it's like, that sounds terrible, but I can believe that if it's, depending on how it's flavored, I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah.
There was hazelnut chips, pretzels, Trix flavored stuff, candy bars, though none of those seem to really stand out.
No, a lot of it was actually pretty normal, honestly.
Yeah.
Normal
Like,
stream.
The big the big thing that she did notice was that I guess hazelnut is a much more common flavor.
That makes sense. It's, closer to the source of those, I
Nuts.
would assume, but
Yeah.
Good nuts.
hazelnut is delicious.
I love hazelnut. I'd
'Cause-
suck dick for hazelnut.
That doesn't say much.
I know, my dick sucks are cheap.
You might cam a Smirnoff Ice and you're in.
From the alley. Huh? What's up? Hey, do you want alcoholic lemonade?
I got a deal to make for you.
You gotta give me a suck. And like, like gorilla walking. And then all yours. And then, alcoholic lemonade. But not at Mike's Hard. Squints at camera. Okay.
Are you done, Cam? Is he finished?
I didn't mean to.
It's okay.
I just got excited.
It's understandable.
Please keep talking about your funny haha chip girl.
No, we're done with her. She's dead to me. Get it? She's a ghost. Let's talk about an entire new division. This isn't in the notes. We're going off script, boys.
I'm scared.
It's called V-Dere.
I'm scared.
I just learned about it today because it just happened today. It's a rebranding of a group that already existed. They were just called Buddies before.
They're no longer your buddies.
I'm not kidding. That was their name. It's 4 talents that are ostensibly indie, except for, they're buddies, and now they are officially V-Dere again. It's a pretty interesting little group here. You've got of course, standard tsundere. You've got a dere. You've got a yandere, and you've got a bakadere.
Will this VTuber actually kill me?
Potentially,
Good.
because they're very silly.
Good.
One of them is
Is that silly? Is murder silly?
sometimes. All right. So just in general, they just announced today. Again, they're fairly low in their. I believe they're all under 10K, basically.
I think I saw something about this today very briefly, but I didn't know anything about them. So
Yeah, I saw it because it was posted on the virtual YouTuber subreddit, basically.
probably where I saw it too.
So I just wanted to point out a couple of things real quick. They seem pretty cool. I haven't really gotten a chance to really check them out yet, but they're out there. They're streaming. You can check them all out right now. There's Irie Viridis. There's Kira Spica. There's Elia Stellaria. And there's Mozumi Peachy. Now, Mozumi Peachy is the one that I immediately looked at, and I was just like, this one seems neat because she's the Bakadere. Oh no, Elia is like at 40K almost subscribers. So I'm checking these out live as we talk, basically. But Mozumi is the one that I first looked at. She has a really neat design, and I really like her. And just in general, you know, pretty cool. So I open up her streams, and she has an upcoming stream that's just titled Starfield, and then parentheses, eat a bug for every bug, parentheses.
You're gonna be full, lady. Full
So,
of bugs.
that is interesting. She also has a stream called Cannibalism Flirtation, Higurashi Nanoko Koroni Playthrough Part 12.
It's possible spoilers for Higurashi.
All right, you can start watching it like hour 95 out of 300, I guess.
There you go.
I'm sure she'll fill in the gaps.
So, just in general, this is the sort of content that I'm looking for. I'm gonna have to check her out because I'm liking the look of things so far. So there you go. That is a high-level view of the situation, I suppose. All right. If you enjoyed watching this and hanging out with us and listening, whatever, feel free to drop a subscription, maybe a like. If you're listening on a podcast service, we'd appreciate a 5-star review. We always love when that happens. If you leave us comments, we will very likely read them.
We've read all of them so far.
That's true. Ask GX Aura. So,
Heck, if we read comments from small VTubers like her,
yeah, I know.
you have a chance.
If you're a VTuber and you want us to
Sarcasm,
talk
being
about
funny.
your birthday or whatever, let us know. If you want to do an interview for the podcast, reach out. DMs are open.
If you have an alcoholic lemonade, let me know.
Cam really does like
I can be
alcoholic
solicited.
lemonade a lot. All right, let's go on to our industry focus of the week. What do you guys think about that?
That was your theme.
I like it.
Thank you. I tried to be more original this week.
Shiranui Flare.
Flare!
I like Flare. Have you heard of Flare?
I have.
She's a really good VTuber.
I've seen one clip of her.
Which was it?
Get down!
It's a good one. It's classic. She is from Generation 3 of Hololive Entertainment. She has 1.02 million followers. Her debut was August 7th, 2019. Her birthday is Her birthday is April 2nd, and she's 220 years old currently.
That means she's safe.
Yes, 221 years old. She is 158 centimeters tall, which is approximately 5'2" if you live in Burgerland.
You can throw her.
Yes. According to her official entry on the talent page of Hololive's website, a half-elf, born to a human and elf.
Oh.
Usually enjoys life as she pleases. Wants to be a source of comfort, so rely on her whenever you're in trouble.
I'm in deep trouble.
She may be passionate and overly sentimental, but praising her will bring her joy, even if also a little embarrassment.
Read it.
He he he. Let's get along. Quote unquote.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Also, her fan group are called Elf Friends. That's a portmanteau of Elf and Friends.
It's the first time I've called an elf a friend.
There you go. Thank you, Gimli. She's known in general to be calm and kind and very compassionate. She is a reliable and helpful member of Hololive in general. She has a 3-octave vocal range.
That's extremely impressive.
Yes, without falsetto.
Yeah, girls don't have falsetto.
They don't?
I don't think they get it like we do. I think they have like...
We're better.
Yeah, everyone loves this.
Oh, that was great. She does karaoke streams, game streams, and chatting streams. Not necessarily in equal measure, but she does all three of them fairly frequently. She gets along very well with Marine and Noelle, to the point where her and Noelle have matching rings that they bought together.
That's gay.
That's a little gay. Parentheses positive.
Parentheses positive.
Close parentheses.
Parentheses great at Yu-Gi-Oh.
She's a big fan of Sans from Undertale, and she's killed him multiple times.
That's what we do to people we like.
Yes, she thinks Sans is very cute, so she murdered him.
The best part is the game's programmed that if you keep killing Sans and restarting to redo the boss, Sans remembers every attempt.
And the dialogue changes. That's why she did it.
Yeah, that's why you do it. He's like, really?
She heard about that and was like, well, I have to do it again. And then she ended up killing him like 4 or 5 times. So. There's a bunch of great clips out there. I don't have any personally highlighted. Cam has highlighted one.
Get down.
Yes, she made a good Don reference. It was very good. While playing a horror game, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Odds are, if you've seen Flair, you've probably her clipped. You've probably seen her collabing.
Mm-hmm.
She collabs plenty, and most of the time when she collabs, that's where a lot of her noteworthy clips come from. Not to say she herself is not noteworthy. It's just that she collabs really well and tends to collab with streamers who get clipped for us English viewers more often.
True.
Like Marine's very popular with us overseas fans. So
Yes.
every time she interacts with Marine, there's another chance we see her.
Exactly. Carlos, any thoughts on Flair?
I haven't seen a whole lot of her, but I do like her music quite a bit.
She is a really good singer. I like her a lot for that. I would like to make one awkward statement.
Do go on. I have a hunch.
So there is a history of Flair has a darker complexion.
Okay.
And so a lot of people have referenced her as being a dark elf. She isn't. She does not like to be referred to that way. It actually upsets her. So there you go. Please don't do that.
Yeah, what a weird thing to do, fellas.
Yeah.
Maybe don't.
She was like, I'm not evil. I'm really friendly. Like, please don't refer to me like that. I don't like it. That was like the entire thing. So
Imagine having a tan.
there you go. Yeah, I also like to point out that like she did get a model rework at one point. Her earlier design was nice, but she felt that it didn't really suit her. And honestly, her new model does work a lot better for her with her personality.
Yeah.
I personally find the new model like so much nicer. Like I very, very much prefer it. Also, she has a really cute outfit where she has twin tails.
Man of culture, I see.
Yes, always, perpetually.
You can't remove culture from a man such as yourself.
True. All right. Anything else about Shiranui Flair?
God bless her.
Yes.
God bless her.
She's one of the good ones. She's just out here putting in the good
This
work.
is a
you know?
Christian podcast. It's good and pure.
Yes, it is. Let's talk about birthdays and then get out of here. What do you guys say?
I'm so fucking hot.
It's very warm here. I'm currently browsing for birthdays.
The birthday.
I'm not seeing anyone jump out at me currently, except for on September 8th, Shishiro Botan. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
One big clap.
The FPS Lion is back at it again. She is honestly one of my favorite JP talents. I can never get enough Botan in my life. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know? All right. That is, I think, the only one that I managed to find so far. Do you guys have any favorite birthdays?
Let me see. I see Kitsune Spirit on 9/11. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. One of my friends in elementary school had that birthday. It was very unfortunate for him.
Yeah, actually, one of my
It probably sucks because he was a little younger in the event, so he just watched TV and went, "Well, there goes my birthday for a bit." Go ahead, Carlos.
one of my close friends, his birthday was also on 9/11.
Rough.
That's rough.
It's rough, bud.
Blow out the candles, make a wish.
My girlfriend turned into the moon. That's rough, buddy. It's my favorite quote from Avatar: The Last Airbender. All right, I think that's it for us. Thank you, everybody, for... Be nice to the tofu. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. and we hope you have a respectful and modest rest of your week. We'll see you again real soon.
Keep
Bye.
yourself together.
It really supports your wrist.
It does.
Yeah.